So, for Saturday morning, I started off with a Math Extra Mile essay. I had to do an essay based on a math documentary I watched. Now, the math documentary I watched is entitled The Great Math Mystery, and you can find it in the Nova channel or in YouTube. And I had to write an essay on what I learned plus make an infographic about that. I already finished the infographic the night before, so now I just have to do the essay. The next thing I did was for another Math Extra Mile, and that is to make a transcendental graph out of a line graph. So you have to use trigonometric functions and logarithmic functions to make a graph similar to a line graph that you chose from the internet. So that is what I did, and it really took up a lot of time, mostly the whole day, and after that, I didn't do much on Saturday. So the first thing I did on Sunday was start making a Quizlet set for my AP lesson on education, and this lesson consisted of the history of the Philippine education system before the colonization and up to the present. The next thing I did is I studied the education lesson using the Quizlet set that I had made in the previous clip. Next, I made notes for my AP lesson on the issues of education. This lesson will cover the issues of the education system in the Philippines and why these problems are still persisting until now. Next, I made CE notes on the lesson New Age Movement, and in this lesson we will tackle what is a New Age movement, what are their beliefs, and how their beliefs are wrong in terms of Christianity. Next, I made a Quizlet set for my CE lesson on New Age Movement, which I was just taking notes on in the previous clip. So, on Monday, the first thing I did was answer my first reviewer for my math finals. So, the schedule for my finals would be on Tuesday, I'll be having math, English, and AP. And on Wednesday, I'll be having biology and Filipino. Next, I answered my second reviewer to help me prepare for my math finals. Then, I answered my third math reviewer to help me prepare for my math finals. hired my fourth and final reviewer to help me prepare for my math finals. Then, I used Quizlet to study one of my AP lessons entitled Gender Issues. Next, I just restudied the AP lesson again on education in Quizlet. Next, I just studied my AP lesson on RH Bill. So the next thing I did is I made a math summary, which is like all the lesson summaries for my math finals, and I just put them on a 1/2 index card. I started off by making notes for my biology lesson on evolution. After making notes on evolution, I then made a Quizlet set on evolution. Okay, and just an update. This is the shortest bio Quizlet flashcards I've made. It's only 19 terms and it's on evolution. Like, I never knew we could do 19 flashcards for bio. My average is 80. Currently, my reproductive is 20. No, not 20. 200. Endocrine's 100. Chemical basis is around 80. Mutations around 70. And this one is just 19. Thank you, teacher, for the short lesson, because if this was another lesson that you just crammed in one day, which is the day before yesterday, I would have been dead for finals if you put a lot of this, guys, is all my content I have to study for bio. Bio can be easy to others because it's just memorization, but when I'm talking about finals, I don't like to study bio for finals. Honestly, the amount of papers that can fit in this notebook are like up to the max. This thing can hold about, I don't know, 60 leaflets, and I'm already on 54 leaflets already, so I have 54 pages of content to study, and my final is tomorrow. I can only remember 3 out of the 6 lessons I have to study. So this is just a little rant and update about how much bio I have to study, but even though I have a lot, if I just know the content well, I think I can get a good grade. If I also am not careless and have my eyes open for the instructions, because let me tell you, the last bio test, I practically failed. I got a 65 on that, all because I didn't read the instructions. So there were 3 numbers that I didn't read the instructions. If you guys are bio students, you would know about the amino acid chains, like the asparagine, the AUGs and stuff. So apparently they said it's mutated and you have to write the amino acid chain after mutation. I wrote the codon sequence, or basically the letters only, and that one was worth 3 points, and basically there were 3 numbers and it was 30 points. So of course 3 times 3, 9. 30 minus 9 is 21. I got a 19 because I accidentally wrote the wrong mutation also, which is another minus 2. So one tip in biology test: read the instructions, and if you can't see, you better bring your glasses, because I tell you, the instructions are gonna make you either pass it or fail it. So after making a Quizlet set on evolution, I just began studying the evolution lesson on Quizlet. After that, I just tested myself on my biology lesson about chemical basis of heredity using Quizlet. After that, I just reviewed my endocrine lesson using my notes and my Quizlet set. Next, I just reviewed my lesson on mutation using again my notes and my Quizlet set. Then, I just reviewed my evolution lesson again using my Quizlet set, and I did this because I wanted to see if I still remembered the lesson I just learned a few hours ago. Then after that, I started doing some practice problems on Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium. Next, I started doing past papers to help me prepare for my biology finals. Then I made like a summary card for my Filipino finals, and what I did here is I just summarized all the lessons that are in the finals, and I used a 1/2 index card for that. So I hope you guys like this video, and please give it a like, subscribe so you won't miss any notification, and comment down below if you like my new editing style and how you prepare for finals.